All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to an early morning video. I am basically just prepping for some reading time. Nothing really serious going on right now. I'm just prepping for some reading time. I did have an okay sleep last night. The baby whooped my behind. Oh my goodness, like it was just unbelievable the amount of it was so bad. Right before I took a break and I started getting on call with clients. She threw like a big bunch of wipes at me. These are all wipes that she just grabbed and just threw right at my head. It's like, and it kind of stuck there, right? It was like really annoying. And I want to talk about why it's so frustrating listening to certain things. Okay, so I've been doing this business thing for about I don't know, four, really like seriously like 4 years now, but probably taking it really seriously maybe like 2 years. 2 or 3 years I've been serious, somewhat, not really like too serious, but just serious in myself as far as like knowing what's going on. And I'm about to get more serious now because I don't have much else to do besides just make money, help people, really. And that's about it, really. And then just keep researching on my own time about what's happening with this spiritual stuff, right? Because it's like really frustrating to see a lot of the bad advice out there and a lot of the bad information out there. And it's like really annoying, right? So like even right now, I have I don't even know, man. I probably got like probably I'm probably booked up to the rest of the year in just videos I'm going to be watching since I'm not really watching cards. I did watch X-Men the other day though. X-Men 97, which was actually pretty good. I did watch that. That was good. If anything, it's like too short at this point. So they probably need to extend those episodes. But anyway, I'm watching this guy named Santos. I have all these other channels here of like stuff I'm going to be going through just to watch. But I already understand history enough. I don't really care about history and I don't care about what happened and all this other stuff. I'm more concerned about what's happening now and how do you fix it or how do you resolve it or how do you fix your problems. And I'd be lying if I did care, and some people, well, what is I don't I never liked history. I never liked social studies. I never liked learning about this stuff, right? I like science, but even that, it was just like, yeah, I never really cared about this stuff. But the only reason I'm even looking it up is because I have to. Like, yeah, like you have to do these things sometimes, and um, otherwise you could be just wasting your time, right? So a good example is when I first started doing this business thing. Like, there's so many techniques and strategies that people give you on how to close deals or how to make money, and they tell you sales psychology and all this stuff, right? And when you finally really understand what's going on, we're really just talking about the development of this human spirit over time, right? And that is something that people don't really know. They don't say that. They just say it's your identity that you're changing, or they say that we just have to give people what they want, which matters, of course, too. But ultimately, it's the development of the human spirit in some way, shape, or form, right? And I can pretty much say that, and that kind of sums up like everything, right? It's development of the human spirit. Why? Because you got to go from here to here. In order to go from here to here, there's like all these things in between, which is the marketing and the communication and the strategy and the identity shifting and all this stuff, right? And it's like very spiritual stuff happening, right? And people don't tell you that. So then you got to figure it out on your own, and you're wondering why you're not successful. You're wondering why you don't have money. You're wondering why you can't do this stuff because you think people really think this is about the money, and it's really just about the development in yourself to learn how to have a healthy relationship, not just with others, but with yourself, right? Like learning how to make more income and all this other stuff is not really going to change anything. The only thing that's going to change something is that you learn how to love yourself, basically, right? And by learning to love yourself, you start to stop doing the things that are unhealthy for you. Stop eating bad foods, stop drinking, stop smoking, keep a clear mind, meditate, pray, that kind of stuff, right? And the reason why it's annoying is because nobody just says it flat out. You gotta like constantly dig for this stupid information. It's annoying. Like, I'm offering it as a service right now, but even that, I can't even do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's something I can't always do. Like, do you really want to be developing people over and over and over? It's like, it's a lot. Because that's what really needs to change is people. Not It's not really like the skill set. I can give you a framework and make money off of it, sure. Right? I can give you a framework and you read the training and I'm making some money now. Carl's like, yeah, of course you are. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty simple to make the money. The hard part is to understand what this is really about. And it's not about the money for sure. You know, this is about you becoming the best version of yourself, right? You coming into alignment and you being the best version of yourself ultimately. And anyway, I'm watching this spiritual content right now, obviously, and it's really like getting annoying watching it because they keep like I don't know what's wrong with people. Like maybe you get like killed or something for like sharing it or something. I don't know the answer, but nobody is just like here's what it is, here's what's gonna happen, and here's probably what's gonna happen. Like after all this time, nobody decided just to say. That's why I watch very very particular people, and I'm like, who do I like? Do I like this person? I like that person. They tell you about your tourist field. They'll tell you about science and magic and all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, okay, this matters, and it does matter. Okay, it does matter, but it's like, where's the spelling it out? What's the spell it out? ABC. What's the big idea? And the idea is that you're supposed to be the best person you can and build a great place here where you can. That's it. That's like the whole game, right? Do what you can while you're here, right? Listen to your feelings, trust your instincts, and do your best while you can. That's it. What else are you supposed to do? But it's annoying because nobody says that, right? I mean, I never had parents to tell me that. I'm surprised I'm even still here, man. I'm like, what the fuck am I even still here for? Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? How am I even here, man? I mean, I'm grateful, but even that, like, just holding on to hold on just for the sake of it. It's like nobody really gives you instructions on what to do. And you got the Bible, but then that's like, okay, this is supposed to be instructions, but it's not. It's like there's some in there, but it's not really, you know. Uh, I just can't keep making these products, man. Like I can't keep going. Like I get tired. Like like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, okay, when am I gonna just stop? I was telling my friend the other day, I was like, yeah, I got some new information. He's like, of course you do. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you're not gonna stop. I'm like tired. I'm actually kind of exhausted because I got to keep putting together other people's work and then summarizing it for them. Right? Like imagine being imagine. Okay, ready? Because remember I talked about how spiritual people most of the time they don't have money. Most of the time they don't have money because they're too busy doing the spiritual thing and they think it doesn't matter and they think that like money is bad maybe or something. Like I don't know the answer, but most of the time they're too busy trying to help people wake up, but they don't realize that because they never took the business journey that everybody's not really meant to do an action. They're just some people are just meant to just stay asleep because they're not serious. That's why you got to make people pay for the information because you know who's motivated, who's not motivated. Like growing a business is a part of like your self development and your spirit. Like it's just a part of it. If you're not doing that, then you really are not really where you think you are. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that because you have to learn how to connect with people. You have to learn how to see the world from their point of view and then reach out to them and then communicate to them on their level and then realize that, oh, wow, most of these people are not going to really do anything. So let me come up with a solution for them to solve a problem. And let me do this, let me do that. Like none of these people ever become like real entrepreneurs. It's always and there's nothing really wrong with that, but it's just annoying because you gotta like put it together because they never want to talk to people either. So it's like what the fuck, man? Like you just want to share the information, but you don't want to share the information, and then you gotta hide it, and then it always be like this. Like here's this one video. Um, Here's like an example. Okay, now this is a video. This is a video of this tourist field or whatever, and basically it just all it does is it just sits here, right? And I know this guy means well, but it's basically this tourist field, and it's like, okay, this is that thing I drew with the two circles, whatever, and a line in between. So basically, we're like somewhere in here that's like what was going on, and everybody has one of these things, and everybody's connected to one of these things, and but it's nothing here but some music and this thing going from corner to corner. There's no description on what's happening. There's nothing, right? But people, wow, you've nailed it. Nailed what? What is happening? What is happening here? And this is the frustrating part of trying to understand life, because it's like these people are like, they'll like, oh, I discovered the secret, and the rest of them are globetards or whatever. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just spell it out. Well, okay, you gotta. And if you don't want to start from the beginning to the end with everybody, guess what you do? You create a business. You create a marketing campaign that says, hey, look, okay, look, I probably shouldn't really release this, but I'm going to release it. And if I know you, I'll give you a link. You give them the link and you start from A, you end at B. All right. Or you give them the big picture and then start to dial in, right? One or the other. But it's like, what are you supposed to do with this video? Like literally, like, what are you supposed to do with this shit? Like, look at this shit. Like, what are you supposed to do with this? What are you supposed to do? Like, what are you supposed to do with this? Oh, okay, we're all like living on this thing here, and it's like this. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this shit? Like, I'm not being a jerk here, but you know what I'm saying here? Like, you want people to give up God, and you want people to give up their belief in Jesus and everything else for this. And it's just literally just music and this thing spinning. Like, you want people to give up their entire identity. Good morning, good morning. Yeah. What's up, man? Like, they want people to give up their whole identity for like shit like that. And it's not even, it's like, what is this? Like, you want people to give up all the brainwashing for this? I mean, it's the truth. It's like, you don't understand how people think, do you? You know? And we go, well, they're dumb and they're going to hell. And you're not even doing your job right. You're not doing your job. You gotta, I mean, even the bad guys, they go out of their way to brainwash, and they give you a good reason to be brainwashed. They tell you you're gonna go to hell. They tell you all this stuff. Okay, that's a good reason to, it's like, okay, well, I'll believe it because I don't want to go to hell. That's a good reason, right? Now, if you give them a reason saying that, hey, hell's not real, and you're really this etheric being, then you're from the God, some kind of your God, and okay, sure, right? But I mean, where's the selling points? You get it? You can't just be saying stuff. You can't just say stuff and then be like, you know, yeah, just give up God and everything that you've learned over the last like 40, 100 years. And it's like, that doesn't really work that way. You have to be graceful with people. You have to be like, look, I understand this may not be what people want to hear, but this is what I've done over the years of my studies, and here's what I've discovered, and here's why I've discovered. You be somebody to relate to, right? And don't get me wrong, like some of this stuff is good. Like I'm watching some of the content, some of the spiritual content here and stuff, and I'm like, this shit is starting to get exhausting. Maybe I just need a break, but I'm just really annoyed because I got to keep putting the shit together for everybody. There's only a couple people that I'm watching in particular that's like, okay, here's somebody who I can watch consistently that is putting things together, but I still have to put it all together because it doesn't mean anything if you have all these like one-off bits of information, because you still got to put it together. You still have to put it together, right? And that's like the annoying part. And it's just frustrating. It's like, it's really annoying because I had to do it in real estate. I had to do it in marketing. I had to do it in real estate notes, business, communication, girls. And it's just really annoying because nobody tells you it flat out. And it's like, oh, how many more years am I going to have to like keep reading and studying and all this stuff just to be like, okay, what is it? Oh, well, actually, you're supposed to hop 3 times and then now you got superpowers. Well, can you fucking say that, man? Well, it's a part of the journey. You shut up, man. They mother. Mm, mm. Because I talked about this before, like even when you're trying to discover what's happening in the universe, and like I really don't want to be a scientist. I don't want to be a scientist. I did not want to create free energy. I do not care about none of this stuff. I don't care. I just want to know what's happening. But it's like you're kind of being forced to because nobody's doing their job. These guys are not doing their job right. So now I'm like, okay, am I gonna have to round up these guys, or like what am I supposed to do now? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like really exhausting. And if I knew that I could just live my life and just have money and smash hot babes, I would have did it. I would have been doing it if I knew I could have did it and got away with it. I would have did it. No, you can't do it because it's not good for you. It goes against God's design and all the other stuff. Okay, yeah, right. So I'm like, because I'm not, I don't really care, but I'm saying that's what I would have done before. Before, that's what I would have did. I'm being honest, right? At least I know who I am. I'm not gonna lie about it. See, that's the problem. Everybody's like lying all the time. Oh, your sex is evil, and it's like, come on, man. What are you talking about? Why? What's the reason why? Well, because you're not supposed to come. What does that even mean? Well, why? Well, because Christ said, don't come, something. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys, man? Can you guys make any sense? Can you make any sense? And it's not like I'm being a jerk here. Do you get what I'm saying here? It's not like it's like y'all just like y'all deliberately making this shit difficult for nothing. And it's annoying. It's annoying. Okay, you're not supposed to come. Why? Oh, well, because you get brain powers. Okay, thanks. Okay, thank you for telling me. Well, you're supposed to fly, and well, I don't want to fly. Well, I mean, that's a part of the game. Don't you want to breathe fire and control magic? And no, I don't. I don't care about that. I just want to just be happy. What's wrong with just being happy? I mean, you could like, you could be water next time, or you could like what the fuck, man? You know, like I don't know, man. This shit is just so fucking exhausting because it's like, okay, like you got a group of people, right? You got a group of people like, oh, you're not supposed to eat meat, you're supposed to do this, and I get it, right? I get it. You want to basically be as healthy as possible because they're poisoning the food maybe or something or whatever. Okay, cool, right? But then you got the other people. You'll reincarnate as the animal you're eating because it's nasty, and it's like, come on, bro. Is this really what's going on or not? Or are you just saying this shit? You get it? Like people just say stuff and it's annoying because you got to keep like, oh, is this real or not? Am I going to hell really or not? Like, no, you're not. Like, why would they say that then? Well, because they're just trying to control. It's like, why y'all keep lying about everything? About just for nothing. What? I'm trying to save you. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? What's wrong with these people, man? Everybody wants to do the right thing, but the right thing. Well, I gotta trick them. You don't have to. It's just I don't know. That's why sometimes I feel like this spiritual stuff is not really made for people like me. It's made for like bad people or something, man. It's got to be like made for because it's like it's basic shit in there. It's like basic stuff. Don't overeat. Don't oversex. Um, what else is supposed to happen? Don't cheat. Don't be a whore because you're gonna get sick. It's just this typical stuff. Stop doing things that are against your higher mind. Why? Because you're gonna let yourself get. Basically, it's just falling into. People call it the sin, and well, actually, it's not sin. It's the moon, and it's the sin wave, and it's like, oh my god, you're talking about basically just be a better person. Yeah, how? Focus on what makes sense for you, and then stay away from things that don't make sense for you. There you go. So that's pretty much sums it up. Why? Does adultery make sense for you? Just cheating and sleeping around. It'll feel good, but what about all the other bad things that happen to you because of it? Right? You might get an STD that's probably created, but you'll probably get one. Right? Okay, you'll probably get an STD. You'll probably end up getting another woman pregnant. Now you're responsible for the child. You're also what else is like bad? The person's crazy, right? They're crazy maybe or something, and then they might try to brainwash you, and you're having sex with all the other people that they're having sex with, and all the other stuff that goes along with um, combining energy, right? Then you got to go back to your family maybe, and then your family is about to fall apart now, and it's like there's all these other things that go along with it, just besides just sleeping around. Those are like legitimate reasons, right? Okay, I mean, do you still want to take the risk after all this? Like, yeah, okay, well, all right, you get what you get what's coming to you, but okay, right? At least you're aware. The point I'm trying to make here is that people don't really spell it out in that way. They just don't be adulterous. It's like, that's it. Don't do it. It's against God, a sin. Oh, okay, but then these are the same weirdos that basically would like chop your head off for eating pork or something. You know what I'm saying here? It's too much. It's too much, and it's annoying. It's too much. You're not supposed to eat pork, obviously. I don't eat it, but the point is that it's very annoying. And it's always these people who are like super righteous or whatever. And don't get me wrong, I'm like pretty like hey, do the right thing. I'm like that, but I don't try to like be insulting people. You know what I'm saying? Making them feel like shit. Like I'm like, look at you, you disgusting meat eater. Look at you, you're just like, it's like, look at that innocent chicken that you ate. And well, what about the wolf? And what about this? Well, you're not a wolf, are you? You're this. You're the. Well, what the fuck is going on here? I don't. Oh, you're etheric being. You're not supposed to be eating. We're supposed to be eating ambrosia from the mountains and the sky and. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? I understand and I agree, but how are you going to be setting this shit up? No. Well, then, what are you talking about? This be the same guys talking about all these guys, they control the world and it's the end of the world. And okay, did you do anything? Did you build a military? Did you build an army? Did you fight back at all? Like, well, I'm finding out the information and bringing awareness to it. You're bringing awareness to it. Oh my God. Here we go with this gay shit. It's always this bringing awareness shit, man. That's like the worst fucking gayest thing alive. If you're not going to do anything about it, you don't really care. That's the annoying part about this stuff, because these people, they be acting like they caring and they don't. I don't know, man. This shit is just too much sometimes, man. Because it's like the business part is easy. Okay, like once you figure out this business, like, okay, I get some clients in the door. I got me a couple clients. You making your money. Okay, great. Now what's the issue? Oh, well, actually, there's this whole other thing going on now for your soul and your spirit, and you kind of don't really know what's going on. And all the guys who do know what's going on are terrible communicators and strange people. And then they won't do what's needed for themselves, but they won't expect you to just jump out. Like, I don't know. Like, okay, like, let's be for real, okay? Like, obviously, this shit is not reported or something. How can you have, like, I see flock camera video removal videos every day. Like, I see that. I see data center videos, people complaining about that shit. I see people trying to talk about going on strike. I see people don't have enough money to eat. I see videos on people being homeless. I see all this stuff. Ain't nobody's dead. Something is, you understand? Something's not adding up here because it doesn't make sense. And I'm like, okay, am I that different? I don't think I'm that. I don't think I'm that different. I don't think I am. I don't think I'm that assertive. I don't think I'm that aggressive. Personally, you know what I'm saying? I just don't think I'm that. I don't think I'm that special. Or maybe I am. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't really understand. Like obviously I'll sit there and I'll research and I'll read and be like, okay, here's like the practical way of doing X. Right? Because what's the practical way of being a a good person? Okay, well you have to just do the best you can, stay away from the bad foods that lower your consciousness and ruin your nervous system, and you just be a good person. You be a good person, you're probably gonna make it, maybe. Do I really know that? No. But maybe. Maybe, because that seems like the concept here, right? That seems like this is what it is. Stay conscious, stay doing the right thing, stay away from giving into your desires. But it's like, I'm not like, what desires do people really be have? That's why I don't understand. That's why I don't, because I'm like, what desires do you really have? Because I don't have these. I don't have these things. I don't care to look cool. I don't care to be. I've been like this out the womb. I never really cared about this stuff. I only do it because it's like you have to do it. Like even in school, people are like, "Oh, you're like cool." I'm like, me? I'm just sitting here. I'm not even doing anything. But apparently, that makes you cool because you're not really like trying to fit in and all the other shit. It's just really annoying. Like, and you got to deal with people like this for it is. Don't get me wrong, man. I don't think I'm better than nobody or nothing like that. I don't consider myself better. I just want to live my life. But the way people are, you have to be like, you got to be the boss bitch to people sometimes. Why? Because that's how they are in their world. In their world, they're nothing. In their world, they're losers. In their world, they got to prove themselves. And it's like, that's why it's so frustrating. Even one with the market, like all the magic tactics and strategies. And don't get me wrong, yeah, all this stuff matters, man. It does matter because you're trying to live for yourself against people who basically are insane sometimes. So you have to keep the frame and you got to keep doing persuasion and make sure you're on people's good sides. Why? Because they're all over the place sometimes. But what do you do? Oh, they're demons, and it's like, oh my god, like what's going on now? How you supposed to do this? And then you got to figure it out too. It's like it's impossible. I'm somehow doing it, but I think that's because it's my job to kind of like decipher the data. I don't know. I don't know. It's just frustrating because like you learn all this stuff and then you figure out, okay, this is really just relationships. Yeah. Why everybody talking about all this other stuff then? Because they're trying to trick you, or because they're crazy, or they don't know what they're talking about, and it's like how many more do people not know what they're talking about is going to happen? Because you got to this is why, like, this is exactly why I basically start to study people after a while, because I'm like, what people say really doesn't really matter. What really matters is who they are and how they look at the world, and then I can know the rest of what they're saying by that, because it'll make more sense, right? If you're a very insecure person, you're going to basically be focused on trying to uplift your status and all this other stuff. Because why? Because you're insecure. So everything about you is going to be about status or being special. That's like a part of it, right? If you're somebody who's a spiritual person, that's why I know they don't really got money most of the time, because they want to let people know the truth, but they don't understand that people don't really care about the truth. They don't really understand that. You know what I'm saying? There's only a particular amount of people who actually care. So because of that, they're going to remain broke. Um, like people, like, okay, you can know about magic and shit. It's like, okay, like, oh yeah. I mean, what am I eating tomorrow? Well, yeah, that's what you're worried about. That's the only thing you're worried. Yes, 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 yes. We have to figure out how to sustain ourselves here. That's the point of being here. Sustain yourself, figure out what's going on, and then you can learn about all the other shit. Like, that's the point. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's like I said, I don't really hate on guys that are doing this dating content and stuff like this, because I understand where people are at mentally. They're right there. They're at the beginning. They're okay. Girl dumped me. How do I get revenge or something? Or how do I like? How do I talk to women? You're in the beginning of you're like a baby, so I understand. When you're an adult, you don't really talk to women like that. You don't really try to talk to them. You just kind of stand there. You stand there and they kind of hover around you, because you know that you're the not the prize per se, but you're the catch, or whatever you want to say. And that's why this shit is like frustrating and annoying, because it's like you go through all this, like, I don't know how many times I've watched like dating coaches and stuff. I've watched like some videos or whatever of them like talk about stuff. It's just, I'm just like, man, they love, like, people just love punching down. Like, that's really like the best way I can say it. They just love punching down so much that people, like, you gotta like kind of power through it to really get what's going on. See, you don't get it, you're a loser, and ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? You said something then? What do you mean? What's up, Robin? So you know what I mean? Like, but you know what I'm saying? This shit is exhausting, and people love punching down, and they just, I don't know. Like, I think I don't really think I'm that rare, but maybe I am. Maybe I do have a rare set of qualities where I just don't really want to waste time, and maybe because I was born very particular, but I don't really think I'm that special. You know, I may be a little different and quirky or whatever, but I don't think I'm that different from people. I just think people are unaware, and that is something that is different, but I don't really think it's that different. You know, And it just makes it difficult because everybody's doing this other thing, and they're over here trying to like, okay, I get discovering the secrets of life, but I'm discovering the secrets of life to use it. I'm not doing it to just know it. Like, what the heck is that? This is gay. What are you doing? I'm not just trying to know stuff. I'm trying to use it. Okay, what can I use here? Like, all the stuff I talk about on the channel is about stuff you can use. Okay, here's how much money you have, and then you can go use it on X or Y or Z. Like, here, you only need 20 grand. That you can do that with about like 20 sales. Okay, and then you go do this, you go do that. You're probably not going to really be going on the boats. Here's what you're going to be doing. You can build your own life, but is that the point? Just go, like, what are you going to do with all the money? You got to go start another business. Oh, but I can make it about investing. I can make it about all this other stuff, but it's just, it's not real, you know? It's just about living a good life and becoming a developed adult, man, ultimately, man. And it's just frustrating that you have to like dig for that information. You know what I'm saying? It's really frustrating that you have to dig for that little sentence, you know? And obviously, like, I guess my channel's not really like that. My channel is not that much different because I guess you still have to like kind of dig for that as well, you know? I don't make it easy. I don't make it easy to find this stuff, but it's just like, man, like just putting other people's work together so I can be like, oh, okay. Is very frustrating. It is very frustrating. And I went broke many times trying to figure this shit out. Just putting, okay, the spiritual part, okay, the money part, okay, the financing part, okay, the real, and you go broke trying to figure out what's really going on versus just actually just making the money and minding your business and being dumb. It's so much easier just to be dumb. It's easy because all you're doing is following instructions the whole time. But you can't think for yourself, so then you're like screwed. And because of my nature, I have to be in control, like a person, right? I don't trust you. So you're not telling me something. I know it. I can feel it. I can feel you not telling me something. You know, they're just having a conversation. Hey, Carl, you just buy real estate. Oh, do I? Yes. You're lying. Someone's lying. You lying motherfucker. I know I gotta do more. Yeah, well, actually, I was lying the whole time. Right, or by accident. That's why a lot of people are like going broke right now in real estate, man. I don't know. I'll probably make another video later today or with the baby when we're talking about the stock market right now. Obviously, everything's about to go down. They're about to reset the economy. Because when you understand the truth, you understand that it's a big game just to make you a slave. If you understand that, and you understand the abuse and the abuser and all the other like stuff, you understand that a person that wants to abuse you will do anything possible to abuse you. Then you can predict what's happening in the world and the economy. Why? Because they want to keep you a slave. They want to keep you a slave. What's in their best interest? To get you to not think, to get you to not learn, to get you to never start, to get you to be afraid of starting. It's all about controlling you. It's not really about and it's like for nothing. You get it. It's just about they don't want you to get a taste of freedom because once you get it, then you might try to leave. That's the game. It's just like being in an abusive relationship. Once you understand this, everything else will make sense. This whole thing is about abuse and being free and being autonomous. If you understand that, you're probably gonna have a good life because then you'll take control of your life. You'll take control of your relationships. You'll take control of how things are going to go because other people are going to take control and they don't mean you the best. I literally said, okay, look, I'm not trying to eat chicken because I ate a piece of chicken the other day. I was like, this don't really taste right. I think I'm done eating chicken, right? I tell my lady, hey, look, I'm done eating chicken and, I think I'm done, right? Well, you want something to eat? No. You want some more chicken or something? I'm like, why do you say that? Like, I'm saying I'm done. Yeah, I know, but I just, I just felt like I messed up on the chicken the other day. I was like, yeah, but it's not really your fault. I'm just kind of done anyway. This motherfucker came home with jerk chicken. Well, I just got you something because, I'm like, oh, okay. Because like before, I was like, spotter doing this shit. I'm like, okay, you know what, you little bitch. Fuck you, man. Because I'm paying attention now. Right? Because basically I was too busy doing what I'm doing. I'm like, but this is the kind of stuff you got to like pay attention to. This motherfucker's trying to keep me fat on purpose so I can't leave her. So I'm like, okay, you get it. Like, this the kind of stuff you need to be paying attention to. Okay. I mean, I don't hate her. I just like, okay, I just know what she's doing now. But she don't know. You guys know, she don't know. Right. Right. But this the kind of stuff you need to know. You get it? It's all about people trying to control you and how they do it and what they do and keeping it subtle. It's just like all this like dumb goofy shit, you know. I gotta tell her too, because like I tell her, and then she'll, because I get so wrapped up in this business stuff and spiritual stuff, I don't really have time to be like fighting back and you know, it's like difficult sometimes. So you know, and that's like a big deal. You know what I'm saying here? It's a big deal. So you know, I gotta like jump her now or whatever. But I gotta do it. I'll do it later. But like this, the kind of thing that people do. This is the kind of thing people do, man. They just, oh, well, I thought that you might want it. I thought maybe I said I don't want this shit no more. What the fuck? You brought it anyway. Now I gotta eat it because you brought it. I don't want to waste food, right? But see, that's how they get you. You know, this motherfucker's trying to keep me locked down. That's what it is because she knows what's going on. So, anyways, this is the kind of stupid sly shit people do, and it's like it's really annoying, and it's just a part of life, and it's like you gotta somehow like put this shit together, you know, and like, and if I wasn't, if I was not like, if I was just a regular person and just cared about getting pussy or whatever, then I'd be like, all right, this is what I'm doing. I'm just not like that because I don't care. I don't care, and I never cared about any of this stuff. All I wanted was $3,000. That's really all I wanted. I don't care about this. People legit care about this shit. They care about being successful. They care about being cool. And I just wanted to figure it out. I'm like, I don't want to figure it out, yeah, but I don't really want to. I don't really care about it. And it's not because I care about the relationships. I just genuinely am indifferent to like 90% of the thing I'm indifferent to. Okay. The only reason I even doing this is because I wanted to be in control of my life. That means putting certain people around you. That means doing certain things, whatever, right? So it is just doing certain behaviors, figuring out certain things. And now that I know what I know, I'm like, oh, okay, I can communicate this right to the baby. But I still got to keep digging through like experts' data, and because they're just really bad. They have really bad presentation, right? And I just got to read through this shit. Just reading it through, man. Just hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of reading. And I'm just tired because I'd rather just be living. But I can't live without watching some of this shit first because I'm going to be doing it wrong. You know, you just be, oh, I'm fucking Lori Harvey. Oh, yeah, Lori, Shakira. You know, some insta baddies, and they just look magnificent, right? They got nice eyebrows, big behind that's big enough, like a petite one. You know, a big, what do they call it? A fatty. I think that's what, I haven't said that in like years. That's how you know you grew up. You don't say words anymore. You say, remember that fatty? You know, they got a little, but then there's a petite. What's it called? Thick and slim thick. That was like a move. Yeah, that's like my favorite. And I'm like, I've not done these things, right? And then you think about it, you're like, oh, I might want to do this, and then you think about it a little bit harder, and you realize, actually, you know what? That was probably one of the most stressful times of my life because I got these other energies here, and I have these people trying to manipulate me, trying to make me love them. It's like, oh my, can I just get through this thing where everybody's saying, like, no, like, I gotta think everybody's trying, okay, I'm gonna trick him to eat chicken today. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, man? And then you got the people trying to help, but then they can't talk. So it's like, what the fuck? You can't win with some of these people, man. Jabara, Jabara. I haven't got my glasses on. Yo, what's good? What's good, man? What's good? What's good? Shout out to New York. But anyways, that's pretty much it. You know, it's just a little bit frustrating that I have to keep constantly going through this data in order to kind of parse it because I got to figure out, okay, what am I doing with this? Like, because even the guy he's talking about getting powers, I'm like, what the fuck do I want powers for? What the fuck? I don't need to fly anywhere. I don't need to do that. I don't need a portal. I don't need this stuff. That's why I think like most of this stuff is for people that are like different. They're different or something. You know what I'm saying? Or they feel so powerless or they feel like something else. You should start a podcast. I'm 27 and listen occasionally, and your shit keep on. And you know your shit. Keep kicking your sauce. Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, I had a podcast, but I'm not really trying to. I mean, I guess I'm just as bad as everybody else, man. I'm just as bad, man. I'm trying to figure out like what's the best one I could probably do, and maybe it's I don't know. It's like all my stuff is like spiritual anyway. It's like because it's all like real, applicable. Anybody can do it. Stuff anybody can do it, and anybody can do other people's stuff too. But they got to put their own. They put their own shit on it, and that's the problem. They put their own like toppings on it, and because they put their own toppings on it, now you don't even know what the fuck you're eating, right? You miss the whole point about it being about your spirit. And they know it. They just can't say, "Oh, this is." They call it personal development. Talking about your spirit, man. Yeah. Anyways, what the fuck was I saying, man? I don't know. I'm about to watch these like 4 hours of, I guess, 3 to 4 hours of video. Ever thought of doing something like Clubhouse? Nah, I can't. I can't do that. I thought about it, but I can't. I can't because, like, honestly, I only really want to help like a couple people. Honestly, I'm not really interested in helping a bunch of people because, like, I don't know. I guess if you guys ever like become clients and stuff, the more you know. Like right now, Teddy, he's doing okay. I got a couple other guys, but Teddy, I know you guys seen him in the chat or whatever. He's doing all right. Like he's doing okay, and he's developing. And I'm not telling his business, but he's going to have a hard time adjusting to this new data that I'm giving him one on one. And it's not like it's much different than this, but it's like it's more intimate. It's very particular. It's action oriented information, and the reason why it is going to be a while to adjust because once you get there, there's no going back. Like there's a time where you can't really go back anymore, and you don't really want to be around people who don't really make sense. You know what I'm saying here? So because basically it's going to make you crazy. You know what I'm saying here? Like I told my girl, I said I don't want to eat vegan or whatever. I mean, I want to eat. I don't want to eat this no more. I think I'm like done with chicken. This motherfucker still buys barbecue wings because because she in her head, or maybe it's, I don't know if it's negative or not, but this the kind of shit I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like what? I just said that. Like I used to be like that because I'm like, I don't got time to be arguing with you. I got to focus on this other stuff. But like this the kind of stuff people do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can't really keep opening yourself up to these people like this. Even a person in my own house doing this, right? So imagine like somebody else. Imagine somebody else. He's like, I'll get him to eat chicken. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is like? And the whole thing is this. The whole thing is this. People want you to be this like savage kind of person. You don't have to really be that. You can just walk away. But you have to understand too that people are also very trick. They're like very tricky about very like stupid stuff, like just nonsense because that's the way they have dealt with their life problems. You get it? So they're always like trying to trick you. Or they're trying to like manipulate. It's like what the fuck? Nah, that's why I make people pay because basically they can't like you got to pay. Now you're gonna know the truth, right? And once you know the truth, then okay, like because you paid. Let me just be clear what I'm saying here. I make people pay as a filter to see whether or not they're going to be a waste of time or not, right? If most of the time when you talk to people for free, they're always like some random kind of weirdo person. Why? They watch the channel or they do something or whatever they're doing, they are always trying to figure out what's going on and they never actually learn the lesson of developing their spirit because they're trying to figure it out for free, right? So if you're trying to figure it out for free, they're missing the whole point of building the relationship because when you build a relationship, you're going to be investing in the relationship because that's the whole game here. When you get clients, it's about investing in the relationship with the clients. But like a good example is like if you ever have your own business, what will happen is like let's just say that you know this person and this person is building a relationship with you. You'll then take other people will take that information that they got from you and then they'll go to somebody else and do business with them. and then come back and tell you, yeah, I just did business with this person and you were right about all the information you were talking about. And it's like, bro, what the fuck are you talking to me for, bro? You know, like that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with people, very immature, waste of time people. So, no offense, I'm not like, it was a good idea though. Thanks for the idea, but I'm just giving you an example of what's happening. And when you're in that position, you're gonna see for yourself, because you're gonna be like, oh shit, damn, like I can't, you like legit can't do shit, because like you have to do it a certain way. You have to do it a certain way. If you don't do it a very particular way, you're gonna have anybody talking to you. This is why I like VIP stuff, and this is where people start to like turn into this narcissist kind of person, because like it's not really, sometimes it's not just narcissism. It's like it's this, I don't really want to be around people that don't understand etiquette and all this other stuff, because it's too much effort to go out there. Oh, you can change the world with your information, and you can make live people's life. It's like they still there. You're still like, people are still there where they're talking about changing the world. That shit is weak. Okay, that shit is weak. You change yourself by being the best version of yourself and being in alignment. Um, other people then come into alignment too. Because why? You're gonna make them pay. Like, look, like if I'm teaching this spiritual shit, it's exhausting. Like it's already exhausting teaching new people, um, like getting out of their head that business is about money and stuff. Like that's already difficult enough, because like, and I'm not it's not nothing against anybody. I'm just like trying to communicate here, because it's like it gets frustrating, and like the amount of patience you need to have with people, because they have been brainwashed and indoctrinated, is like there's so much effort on like deconstructing the data, and then you got to move this here, you got to move that here, you got to do, okay, well, why do you think this now, and then what happened. It's like, this is why the one-on-one calls help, because I get to get a personal idea of what's going on. I got to like develop you into this person. And I could just be using that time on myself. I could just be doing that with myself, with my family, right? But I have to do this as a person. They obviously paid, but the point is that that's a lot of stress to the body. That's a lot of stress. It's a lot of stress to the mental state. You know, now I got to go with that stress I have with them. I got to go around my family, and I somehow still have to regulate that. So I'm like, okay, well, I got to nap. Like, you got to nap in the middle of the day. You got to do like all this like stuff that people don't really talk about it though. You know what I'm saying? This stuff that people don't talk about, because you just go to your business owner, you think you're going to your therapist or whatever. It's like, no, they're actually like on drugs. They're doing coke, and they're fucking, and they're doing everything possible to relax, because the shit is stressful. That's why nurses are always out there fucking. Why? Because they're watching people die every day. You get the worst people coming to the office every day. That's why the same thing with church. So like, that's why I don't really judge like that. I understand that this person is going through some kind of coping mechanism, versus doesn't mean I'm going to be around it. But it's like, look at what they deal with every day, right? I was on a call with Kendra. He said, then you have to worry about chicken. Yeah, exactly. Then I got to worry about somebody your girl trying to fatten you up at home, maybe her trying to have another baby, or like just any kind of just random, like just random shit. It's just random, and it's like frustrating. Yeah, or the lettuce. What was it? Lettuce? Yeah, the poison lettuce. So, what was I gonna say? Something with something. Damn, I forgot. I forgot that fast. But that's what it. Oh. I was on a call with one of my mentors. I'm not gonna say who it is, but he's like, well, how come you don't do this service? You're like the best at this service, and he's like, honestly, I don't really want to have the stress. It's a lot of stress consulting and coaching people. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of stress. That's why you got to do like these group sessions. If you don't do it in a group, it's like torture almost, because like you have to keep rewiring people, and they're always asking the same questions too, and it's like it's annoying, but I understand, because you need to understand where people are at. It's like dating a young, it's not dating, it's like, or dating. I could use a dating example, but I'm not. It's like watching those guys who watch the dating podcast. I used to be a guy like that. I used to watch Fresh and Fit, not for advice, but I used to watch and be like, okay, let me figure out how the girls think. Let me figure out how this is. Let me figure out. I used to watch that. I used to watch a bunch of other podcasts. Mr. Lucario. I used to watch King Flex. There's like a bunch of guys I used to watch, and then Player Supreme. That was like a big thing for me back in the day. I watched a lot of Rollo Tomasi years ago. And like you like as you get older, you start to, because you got to do this. You got to do the. If you're not studying, you're not really going to know what's going on. You have this. This is a part of the process. You watch a bunch of different shit, and you figure out, okay, how can I put this shit together for myself? And when I realized, I was like, okay, these a lot of guys don't really know what they're talking about, and they are looking at it from this worldview, and they're doing this and they're doing that, and da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, like who's right here and who's wrong here, right? Who what's going on? So imagine now being the expert and then sharing this information every single day to people. How do I talk to a girl? Like, what do you mean? How do you talk to one? How? And it's like talking to a stranger every day about this shit. Like every single day. How do I talk to a girl? You just say hi. Like, what the fuck you mean? How do you talk to one? Like, well, I said hi and this girl laughed at me. Okay, well, what's the situation? What happened? Why did it happen? A reason why? Like, what's going on? Right? But the point is, see, would listen to those guys for hours and realize that they are losers. Most guys are losers, right? Because they're not really, they're not in alignment. When you're not in alignment, then you're going to be a loser. Okay, like that's what's going on. And no offense to any of those guys. I'm not saying it's them in particular, right? But but just that kind of stress. Also, if you're dating, and you imagine having to instruct women all the time on how to behave in a relationship, that shit is exhausting. Okay, like having conversation. I don't know how many conversations I've had with my lady about dumb shit. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. Do this. Do that. Oh well, I want to do. I'm like, I don't. And after a while, you're like, I don't really fucking care what you want. I don't have time. Like if you don't have patience with this person, they're not really going to develop, and you gotta be like, I don't really fucking care what you want. I gotta do this shit. Either you're gonna do it or you're gonna leave, right? Like eventually you have to get like that, but it takes time to get there because you want to give them a chance to adapt, right? You want to give people a chance to adapt, but then it's like, well, you're taking too long. I don't have time to keep doing this. Like you gotta just, I mean it, I mean it. I just, and it's like, okay, it's just people. People are just like this. They don't want to change. They don't want to do nothing. They just want to stay the same. That's just how people are, and that's okay. But if you learn to adjust your expectations, you're not going to be trying to change people and all this other shit. That's the issue. We got to change the world. We got to. Ain't nobody. Everybody's not waking up. Come on, snap out of it. Okay, snap out of it. Snap out of it. The fact that the red pill is even mainstream now is crazy. Okay, they got the look smaxer. They have a look smaxer out here. A guy who literally hits his face with a hammer, and guys believe it. They believe it. He hits his face with a damn hammer. Says, yes, Jesus didn't call everyone, only a chosen few. Yes, that's natural. That's the point. Teddy, what's up? Yeah, so that's what I said. It's about doing it the natural way. The natural way, according to God's design or how life is, you help people who want to be helped. You don't help people who don't need help. You don't help people who are like lost causes either. It's not for you. You got to go somewhere else. You get it? It's not for them. It's for other people. But that's how it is. Like that's just how life is. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating and it's exhausting, but it's worth it for the right people. It's worth it for the right people. It's worth it. That's why you make them pay. Because otherwise it's like, what the fuck am I dealing with today? God. You walk in the office, you got your most dumbest clients alive. Like I don't know if anybody ever had like a call center job or whatever, but there's always like that old lady who can't open her phone or something. And it's like, what the fuck? How are you even alive? How are you alive? How? And it's just by gaslighting and tricking people and probably poisoning them or whatever she's doing. Like, okay, I'll put bleach in their food to make them dumber, so that way I can like have another 2 years. And it's like, bro, I know I just ran it from the clubhouse comment, but bro, that's the fuck what we're dealing with, bro. That's what we're dealing with. Like when you're doing stuff like that, you're dealing with these kind of people, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the customers. Yep, the right. Yep, exactly. The right customers. Yep, yep. Chosen few. Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. That's what it's about. But you got to be open to it, right? Like like I said, if people kind of watch the show, if you're watching any of my stuff, you're probably different. And you survive it. You survive the hour-long rant somehow. Like you should. Like you somehow survive these hour rants like over and over. You're like, man, this is like cool. Okay, you're a different kind of person, right? But how many people are really gonna sit there for an hour? There's this guy, he's always talking about how money doesn't matter and his God matters, and it's like what? And then he's always making money. What is he doing? Then he's talking about he's bankrupt some days and not some days he's not. What is this? It's just data. It's real. It's the real information. But by the time you get there, like that's why some of these guys, right? What they'll do, they'll make all this money, and then they'll be like, they'll just like, oh god, what they'll do, they'll just start doing dumb stuff, man. Like I talked about a lot of the girls on Instagram. Maybe I'll make another video about it because I hit a lot of the old videos. I talk about most of them are escorts, man. They're like $200 to go smash. So if you're renting a boat and you're smashing one, then I guess if you can call that an accomplishment, I mean, but is it really even worth it? You want to risk it all for $200? Think about that. You're risking everything you built for $200. Have AIDS by tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm glad you like the rants, Ted. So, but you know what I'm saying here? Like that's what you're eventually dealing with. You're dealing with people who don't know what the fuck is going on. And if you're watching this, you have an idea what's going on. And if you're working with me, it's going to be a matter of time before you know what's going on. Because you'll know and you'll be like, what the fuck is going on? How am I supposed to live like this? I'm like, I don't know. That's why I just rant now, right? I've been ranting for years. Yes. I'm a successful ranter, right? That's what people are like. You like that grumpy old guy? Yeah, I mean, but you know how to make money, right? Like that's a part of it. I mean, that's why you're ranting because everybody's doing the wrong things for no reason. Right? Then eventually you get tired of ranting. You're like, all right, man, fuck everybody. Nobody appreciates me. You get like that, right? Okay. I need new glasses. See, this is the kind of shit I do it, right? Like I'm ranting. And, oh, you made 400,000 a year, right? Like, yeah. Glasses are broke. It's a mess in here. Yeah, it's like what it is, man. Yeah. Let's see. Like you were saying about the pastors, the doctors, they're all just fucking and getting high. Yep. Not trying to help at all, just trying to help people paying them. Oh, not trying to help the people paying them. Yep, I'm jealous. uh, has anyone looked into the Kabbalah? I'm very imperative and practical in everyday life. I've heard things about the Kabbalah. I know that it's I I mean, it's all the same shit. It's just being a good person and eat right and stuff like that. I mean, sorry. I mean, Robin said it's for the most part, all this stuff is the same stuff. Be a good person, be a good human being, and come into alignment. That's like the answer. But I recommend doing your own research on it because like all this stuff is based off of the same stuff and is based off of like uh I don't know, man. Well, what the Kabbalah? I think that's like the Jew thing. So like what they did is basically they took a bunch of other people's stuff and they just like combined it together to make their own thing. That's what they did, right? Is there something wrong with that? No, that's what they chose to do, right? There's other versions of it. I think this one guy I was watching. He was a Jew. He was like, yeah, I think Freemasonry is basically like the Kabbalah except for the Goyim. I was like, So, I mean, it's whatever, man. It's whatever. We absolutely gotta survive yeah, man. Yeah. So the main point is just do your best. Do your best while you're here. Try to be a good human and have a clean spirit. Do the right thing. Have morals because people need you to have the morals for them to grow up, right? Because like if you're not upright, then people are not going to be upright. So it's very important for you to be a good person and have standards and stuff. Right. So if you somehow survive this rant, I'm these should not be going on for an hour, but I'm sorry. Sometimes I get going. And I'm like, I'm tired. It is exhausting watching this shit. Okay, it is exhausting. At least maybe when I rant, at least I feel like I'm like a little bit entertaining, a little bit, or maybe I like make sense some way. You know what I mean? But like some of this shit, they be like, "This is a circle, and the circle is connected to the square, and that's why we're pi." And I'm like, "What the? How does this make sense to you?" How do like do you ever like does anybody ever watch one of those like videos where they like, oh look, this is like on the movie Odyssey, this is where like it connects back to the 1972 and the roots of like 63. I'm just like, or in One Piece, Oda connected the Sky God with Jesus, and Luffy is really Jesus, and Imu's the devil, and this is all a battle for the soul, and that he knew that the history was hidden. And I'm just like, how did y'all know? Like, how do y'all obviously like they must have something that must have insider information or something? But I'm like, how? How did you put this shit together? Because it don't make any sense to me. And I understand that maybe I'm dumb or something. Okay, sure, but like I'm not that dumb. You're not spelling it out. That's the point. Making it up. Chat GPT. Something's going on. Come on now. Yeah, AI voices doing. Yeah, come on. The main thing I'm trying to say here is that you have to learn how to be the expert. Look at these grays, man. This is like crazy. Like I'm getting old. I've been getting older ever since. Not really old, but I'm getting like eating shit food and trying to figure out what's going on, man. Just trying to give my kid a chance. But you can make the money and still do right, but it doesn't mean anything if all this stuff got your attention and you're being tricked all the time and you think you're eating food, but you're really eating like fart paste or something because the government's trying to trick you. It's so unnecessary, so unnecessary for no reason. And you got your family, right? You got your family trying to sabotage you. Maybe it's your girl, maybe it's your kids. It's like unbelievable to be a man in society, but then to be a black man too. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't even dare. Don't even. That's why you gotta laugh, man. If you're born black, it's like, all right, this the game. I chose hard mode. You chose what's the mode on Resident Evil? Death. Yeah, I chose death mode. Like, bro, why did you choose to incarnate like this, bro? I mean, what the fuck? Yeah, nightmare mode. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. You know, I was thinking about the other day. My lady was like, "Well, maybe you get some benefits because you're light skinned." I'm like, maybe. I don't really know. Maybe people do feel more comfortable, but I think I still spawned in hell mode anyway. Because like, what the fuck? They're like, yeah, you chose to come here. This is you got to fulfill your contract. I'm like, what fucking contract? Why do I have to keep learn? Can I just come here and just have some cheeks and just mind my business and have a drink, right? No, no. Everything you learned is a lie. Everything is fake. You were born in probably the worst lie in history, and you're a slave. Everything else, you got to pay taxes or something. It's like, come on, man. Shit is annoying. It says you think the zombies in Resident Evil gave a shit about if right exactly. I'm still gonna eat you. Spawning in. Come on, man. You chose this body. This is your etheric body. Yes. Oh my god. I feel like, and I'll close out, but you ever see that guy Andrew Schultz, and he's on the podcast, and he's trying to open the bottle in front of the girl. He's like, "You're not a man," and then he tries to struggle to open the bottle. It's like really funny. Actually, you know what? Let's close out with that because that was actually like pretty funny when I seen it. Go set up the baby's bottle. I'm actually going to try to focus on getting some clients today, but let's see. Andrew, I don't really watch their stuff anymore. Like Trump has been taking over the radio waves because of whatever. I mean, it's just been that dude's been fucking horrible, man. I mean, he's been good for one thing, and that's removing all doubt that this government is shit. You know, it's a shit government. And this is guy Andrew Schultz. What's the guy's name? What's that white guy's name? It's their white dude. What's the white dude's name that he basically goes around calling women like bitches and whores and stuff? What's the guy Andrew something? And he's like, I'm a dad. I'm you know, he's like, why I'm a dad. You know, I have a job. What do guys get for some? Yeah, no, not Andrew Schultz though. It's something else because I'm typing in Andrew Schultz and it's not him. Even though this dude's a weirdo too, but you know what I mean. Look, they got Fresh and Fit 2.0. What's the dude's name, man? Andrew something, man. Andrew something, man. What's the dude's name? Damn, I know Myron likes him. Oh man, we'll debate anybody. Yeah, it's terrible. Like, I think I actually might have to start making content like that in order to just to meet people where they're at, man. Patrice O'Neal, he's funny. He was funny. Let me see. YouTube. Let me bring this up real quick. YouTube. Like, look at this shit, man. Look at this, man. Like, how am I supposed to deal with this? Like, you're just trying to mind your business, and here we go. Attacks through manifestations. What? Like, do I have to know this? Yes, it's like real. It's like, God dang it! Can I just make money? Like, no. Oh, I gotta worry about people doing magic on you and trying to collect your hair. It's like, why? Why do y'all want to do this? All right, I'm gonna find this dude real quick. Terrible, man. All right, imagine like watching this. Imagine actually like legitimately watching this shit and be thinking that you're like learning something. Like, you're literally watching brainwashing, and you're getting dumber as like the day goes on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally, I guess the word is, I would call it dumb maxing. Since everybody's using maxing with everything, they're dumb maxing. Come on, dude, he's on here somewhere. I know he's on here, man. There we go. Andrew Wilson, that's his name. Andrew Wilson. Yeah, imagine watching that shit, man. Oh my gosh. Andrew Wilson. Owned. That's what they call it. Owned. So let's see here. He does like debates. Anytime you see any of this debate shit, it's like, it's gay. Like, don't ever watch any of this shit. It's for gay people. It's for people who are never going to be anything for that are watching this shit. There's no reason ever to debate the truth. It's only the truth. That's the only thing that matters. Right? Let me see here. Bottle. What's it called? Pickles. Okay. Okay. So here's the part. So basically, he's like trying to own this girl. I guess she's like an OnlyFans model. He's trying to tell her she's a slut. She's trying to make a way of a life for herself because the system is trash. Okay, right? So then he's telling her she's a slut for it. But here's like the funny part.
Come on, you can do it.
Put it right side up.
You can do it. You got this.
All right, bro. I can't do it. Here. I do. This seems a little immature.
So basically, because this is what being a man is to him, or whatever, you know, he's like, you know, I'll show you.
I know. For
Hey, the guy
$1,000.
sent $1,000.
Yeah, but it seems slightly immature.
It's all fucking
It's just
slick now.
It's a little.
See, it is.
I gotta grip it.
Uh-oh, Andrew. You can't open it either.
Well, your hand greased the whole top of it.
My hand are fine. Here, high five.
It
My hand
literally-
is slow.
It's like, feel it. Isn't that greasy?
It was like that already. Oh my god.
No, it wasn't. You greased the top.
Use
Oh
your
my
shirt.
Jesus,
Use your
Andrew!
shirt.
If you can't open the olive jar, you cannot
Here,
blame my
while we're doing
hand.
olive jar.
If you're so sure, you should open it.
I gotta be able to grip it.
Okay, we'll grip it. Let's
It's
go.
literally slippery.
Uh-oh. Back.
Grab me a paper towel so I can dry the top of it off.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he still doesn't do it, you know, but it gets funnier. There's another guy. Another guy kind of walks over and just opens it, but it's still funny. Did they like take it off the line? Let me see, because it's like
being able to open the jar.
All right, bro. I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, grip it.
Uh-oh, Andrew. If you
Feel it. Isn't it cheesy? Rip it. Can't get your fucking hand on it.
Look, here comes the guy. Let's ask the other guy to do it.
Can't get your fucking hand on it. Try it. No, you fucker. That
White people are funny, man. I'm not talking about race or whatever, but it is pretty funny, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, less is more. Can't be a yes. Let's see here. I don't know none of these people. They spawn in every different 4 years. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yep. F. Let's see here. Instant karma. These dudes are trying to use logic. Yeah. It is weird. It's weird, but it is. I'm not gonna lie. That was probably like one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like that's actually like funny. Why? Because it really doesn't really matter that you can't open a jar. It's the fact that you're trying to make it seem like that's what it qualifies to be a man. It's all the dumb stuff, like the trickery and stuff. Like you can't change a tire, you're not a man. It's like, all right, I mean, that's obviously not true. You just can't fucking change a tire. You don't know how. So then what do? You just learn how and then you do it. So it's not really like an issue, but it's just a perfect representation. And the other guy he's more of a man. Ooh. And it's, I don't know, man. Everybody's like a cave person, basically. So you have to like constantly do cave tactics in order to impress them. I have nice car. It's like, God, how long do I got to do this? While you're on this plane, that's what you got to do, right? That's why it's called an airplane, because we're flying over the plane with an air. Ooh, right? Oh my God, playing it. Anyway, that's it. That's the video. Okay, if you guys somehow survived the stream, I guess, or the live, look, just be careful, man. Just be careful getting sucked into bullshit. Be careful with people wasting your time. Enjoy the ride, man. That's what I said. Just enjoy the ride. Enjoy being a man. Enjoy buying firearms and protecting your family, getting some. Enjoy the whole thing. Enjoy it. Obviously don't go crazy, but just enjoy. It's like a slow burn. Being a man is good. And people try to make it seem like you got to hurry up. And it's like, you don't want to hurry up. You want to enjoy the ride, or else you'll be annoyed like me, ranting the whole time online about why can't people hurry this shit up? Because I'm trying to enjoy my ride. These people making it difficult for me. They're making it difficult. I can't enjoy my ride because I got to read through all their bullshit. I got to, is this real? Is that real? No. Right? Yep. Let's see. We need to. Oh, yeah. See, I think Teddy's new. Teddy's still a little new, but I showed my firearms on camera before I hit the video. I always like go through a thing where I like hit the videos. Yeah. So I got to put them back out. I just, I got other shit going on. So I got customers and, babies literally eating me. Babies literally eating me. So anyway, that's it, guys. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye. Have a great one.